Of Unit 3. So today we are starting with another question of bond valuation. The question is Jaya Limited has a 14% debentures with a face value of rupees 100 that matures at par in 15 years. So the coupon rate is 14%, face value is 100 and the life of the bond is 15 years. Now, moving forward, the debenture is callable in 5 years at 114. So, here one more term has been added to the question, that is the callable time of debentures. The callable time of debentures is 5 years, and the whole life of the debenture, the full life period of the debenture is 15 years. But it may happen that the company may call back debentures in 5 years also, right? So instead of paying interest for 15 years, the company may call back, pay the whole amount in 5 years, and if they will call back their debentures in 5 years, they will pay 114 rupees, right? So but obviously if they will pay at the end of 15 years only, then they will pay face value, okay? But if they will call back in 5 years, they will pay 114 more amount, right? So if they will call back in 5 years, they will pay 114, and if they will pay interest for 15 years, they will pay only the face value, that is 100 rupees. And the current market price of the share is 105. Calculate each of the following. So in this question, we have to calculate three things. First is current yield, second is yield to call, and third is yield to maturity. So let's start with the question. So the first part of the question says calculate current yield. So as we have also discussed in our previous classes, that current yield is if the person is selling the bond right now in the market, how much that person will gain. So the formula to calculate current yield is 100 and current yield is interest upon market price divided by interest upon market price into 100. So let's calculate it. This is the first part of the question. So here we are, annual interest divided by current market price. So in this formula, we will put the values. So for example, the person is selling the bond today in the market. So the current market price is 105 as given to you in the question. This is the current market price 105. So here I will write 105. 105. And interest, how much interest the person will gain. So the face value of the bond is 100 rupees and the coupon rate of the debenture is 14%. So 14% of 100 is rupees 14. So 14 upon 105 into 100 is 13.33. So this is the current yield. So if today the person sells the bond in the market, the earning of the person is 13.33. So this is the first part. Now let's move forward with the second and third part, that is called yield to call and yield to maturity. So the only difference between yield to call and yield to maturity is in yield to call, the company will pay back the bond value within lesser period of time. The whole life is of 15 years and he is paying the bond because he doesn't want more debts in its capital structure. That's why the company is paying the bond right now, because the company may have sufficient funds and they can pay off their debts. So they may pay off their debts in 5 years, and if not, then obviously the whole life of the bond, that is 15 years. So this is the only difference between yield to call and yield to maturity, right? So as we have discussed earlier also, if the face value is greater than market value, yield to maturity would be higher than the coupon rate. So see, um, here the face value is 100 and the market value is 105. right? It means the face value is less than the market value. So what does it mean? Say that this means that the market price, the face value is 100 and the market value is 105, right? So people are paying more, right? So they are paying 105 for a debt which has a face value of rupees 100. It means they are paying more. Its worth is only rupees 100, but still people are paying 105. So it means if the market value is greater than the face value, the yield to maturity would be less than the coupon rate. So here the coupon rate is 14%. So obviously if market price is more than face value, because the people will pay 105, right? But they will get interest on only rupees 100. So they will get 14%, 14 rupees, but they have paid more. They have paid 105. So they should have get more interest ideally. Like 14% of 105, that is 14.7, right? But they are getting only 14 rupees, so they are getting less. That's why yield to maturity or yield to call would be less than coupon rate, that is 14%. 14%, the yield to maturity or yield to return, yield to call should be less than 14% here because the market value is more. Okay, so now let us continue with the question. So how do we solve the question? The see here we have the formula. Let's start with the question. Okay, so market price equals to interest into PVAF. Here we see PVAF table, present value annuity factor. Why annuity? Because interest we get every year. We do not get interest in lump sum. Every year we get certain amount of interest. That's why we see present value annuity factor. R is rate of return and N is time period. And face value, whatever the face value is. See, okay, so in present question, the face value, because we are calculating now, we are calculating first, we are calculating yield to call. Yield to call. Okay. What can I have? So to calculate yield to call, we will apply this formula. So here the market price is, again the market price is same 105. Interest we will be getting 14 rupees interest we are getting. Okay, now this PVAF here. Now rate, obviously we do not know rate, we have to calculate this yield to call, we have to calculate. And but time, here we know the time would be 5 years because the company may pay back the whole debt in 5 years. So time is 5, then plus the face value. Now the face value is, the face value would not remain rupees 100 here. Okay, because if the company is paying the debt in 5 years, they will pay more amount as it was written in the question. I'll just show you again. Here, see, if the debenture is callable in 5 years, the company will pay 114. So here the face value would remain 114. So here I will write 114 as the face value. 114. Okay. And because 114 would be paid in lump sum, it is not any amount which they will pay every year. That's why the table which we are seeing here is PVF table, present value table. Again, R we don't know that because that we have to calculate, and N is 5 years, right? So this is what we have done. Now let's calculate it. So here, if you can see, the amount which the company is paying is more than the face value, right? 100 rupees was the face value and the company is paying 114. So probably it can be more than 14% in this present case in yield to call. In yield to maturity, it can be less than 14%, but in case of yield to call, because the final value which the company is paying is more than face value. So that's why what we can do here is we can check it. We have to do hit and trial method. So we will try at different percentages which can be above 14%. So we'll start with 14% here. So let's start 105 equals to 14. So we can first try at 14%. Here. Now I will see the values. I'm directly putting the values. You can refer PVF and PVAF table. Okay. So here, let's do this 14 into. So okay, if we see PVAF table at for 14% for 5 years, the value would be 3.3522. Here I have seen PVAF table plus 114, and if I will see PVF table 14% 5 years, so the value would be 0.4972. Okay. And once we'll solve it, we'll get 103.61. So this is the value which I have obtained. Now I have to find another value. Okay. So now probably I can check at 15%, 14% I have checked. So now I will do it. I will apply the same formula for 15%. And here also 15%. 15% 5 years for both. Okay. So now we'll find the values. So PVA, if we'll check PVAF table for 15% and 5 years. Okay, so just a minor correction here. So the values here are slightly different. I saw the wrong values. So this is 3.4331, 4331, and 114 into this value is 0.5194. 5194. Okay. And this is 107 point 107.24. Okay. Now the values here 15% 5 years. These values are 3.3522, 3.3522, and PVF here this value is 0.4972, and here the answer is 103.61. So now if you will see this 104 lies between 105, sorry, this 105, the market value lies between, I'll just write it down. 105 market value market value lies between 103.61, which we have got obtained through 15%, and second is 107.24, that is 14%. So as we can see that 104 lies between 14 and 15%. Okay, so this is the right value. We don't have to try more. We can easily see that 105 lies between 103 and 107, that is 14% and 15%. So we can directly put these values into the formula of YTM. So here I will write it as YTC, yield to call. So this is the formula: lower interest rate plus present value at lower interest rate minus market value, and then divided by present value at lower interest rate minus present value at higher interest rate into higher interest rate minus lower interest rate. So I'll just put the values, whatever we have calculated. So lower interest rate is 14. Out of 14 and 15, 14 is the lower one. So 14. Present value at lower interest rate. Present value at lower interest rate is 107. 107.24 minus the market value. Market value is 105 divided by again present value at lower interest rate. That is 107.24, and present value at higher interest rate, that is 15%. At 15%, the value we have got is 103.61 into higher minus lower. So this usually comes 1. If the right table is given to you, which means the table is not given to you in skips like 14, 16. It is given to you directly, then it would come 1. But in case at certain point of time the table you have may be skip table, then it may come more than 1, 2, or maybe whatever the values are given to you. But usually by rule it always is 1. Okay, the difference is always 1. So 15 minus 14, 1. Now we will just solve it. So 14 would remain same, and 107.24 minus 105 is 2.24. 2.24 divided by 107.24 minus 103.61, we get 3.63. 3.63. And 15 minus 1 is 1. 15 minus 14 is 1. So here the final answer is 14.62. YTC is 14.62, which is obviously more than the coupon rate, because instead of getting 100 rupees, investors are getting more value, 114. That's why the yield to call is also more than 14%, that is 14.62%. So this is how we have calculated yield to call. Now similarly we will calculate yield to maturity. Now the only difference between yield to call and yield to maturity would be the time. Okay, here the yield to call time, in yield to call the time is 5 years. Now the time would be 15 years, because the life of the bond is 15 years, as it was mentioned to you in the question. Here see, 15 years, matures in 15 years, and the callable life was 5 years. So company may call in between or may pay at maturity only. So now we will calculate yield to maturity also. Similarly we will do this, same formula we will apply. Okay, the only difference is time period. So now I will just write yield to maturity. Market price, interest into PVAF, R and N, rate of interest and time, face value. So market value would remain same, 105. Interest is 14%. And here time would become 15 years. 100, and the maturity value would also change here, because now at maturity the amount obtained by the investor is 100, not 114. Okay, so this is 100 into PVF, because this is a lump sum payment and time is 15. Now I have to check what would be the interest, how much he would be getting. So obviously here, because um, the the market value is more than the face value, it means people are paying more. For 100 rupees commodity they are paying 105, so obviously their return would be less. Okay, so now what I will do, I will first check it. 14% is the actual rate, so what I will do, I will calculate by 13%. Okay, so now the first value I will put here is 13. At 30% I will check. So here R become 13, R becomes 13, like this. Now I will put the values. 105 equals to 14 into PVAF table, because interest we get every year. That's why annuity table, 6.4624 plus 100 into PVAF table, we'll see 13%, 15 years. So the value here is 0.1599, and the answer we got is 106.46. So at 13% the value is 106.46. Now I will calculate probably at 14% or 15%. So now the table I have is a skipping table. So I don't have 14% value. If in case you have 14% value, you can directly put those values. So now I'm checking at 15% instead of 14. But of course you can check at 14%. So 15. I will just put the values. This is 15%, is 15% and 15 years, 15%, 15 years and 50 in both the cases. So now when we'll see present value annuity table for 15%, 15 years, the value is 5.8474, and here present value factor, normal table, not annuity table. So the value at 15%, 15 years is 0.1229. 1229. The final answer is 94.15. 94.15. So here you can see that this 105, which is the market value, lies between 13 and 15%. Because 13% value is how much? 106.46 and 15% is 94.15. 94.15. So we can very clearly see that 104 lies between 94 and 106. So we can take these values for our final formula for yield to maturity. So this is the formula which we'll apply. Again, the same formula. Yield to maturity. Okay. Lower interest rate is 13%. 13. Present value at lower interest rate, that is 13. So this value is 106.46 minus the market value, that is 105, divided by again present value at lower rate, that is 106.46 minus the present value at higher interest rate, that is 94.15, into higher interest rate minus lower interest, that is 15 minus 13 in the present case. 15 minus 13. So now we'll just solve it. So 106.46 minus 105 is 1.46. Divided by 106.46 minus 94, we get 12.31. Into 15 minus 13 is 2. So now we'll solve it. YTM equals to 13 plus we get 0.24 and the final answer is 13.24. So this is how we have calculated yield to maturity. So I hope this is clear with everyone. Yield to call and yield to maturity, both are actually same. The only difference is difference in time period.